What if the words you say to yourself every morning quietly decide whether you grow or stay average? What if changing your inner dialogue could redirect the entire course of your life? And what if just a few intentional lines, spoken daily, could reshape your mindset from the inside out? Let me share with you 9 simple lines that, when spoken to yourself every morning, can transform your life. The first line is this: I am responsible. This is where everything begins. Your life is your responsibility. No one else will create the future you want. When you wake up and say, I am responsible, you take ownership of your day. You remind yourself that you have the power to shape your actions, your choices, and ultimately your life. The second line is, I can learn anything. In a rapidly changing world, the ability to learn is more valuable than any single skill. When you tell yourself you can learn anything, you open your mind to growth. You become receptive to new ideas, new abilities, and new possibilities that might have once felt out of reach. The third line is, today, I will make progress. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. When you focus on progress, you free yourself from pressure and comparison. Every small step forward matters. Consistent daily improvement is what builds long-term success. The fourth line is, I choose to be positive. Positivity is a choice. It does not mean ignoring problems. It means choosing optimism in how you face them. When you choose positivity, you train your mind to see opportunities where others only see obstacles. The fifth line is, I am grateful for what I have. Gratitude is the antidote to dissatisfaction. Starting your day with gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is already present. That mindset of abundance attracts more good into your life. The sixth line is, I will add value to others. True success is not only about what you gain, but about what you give. When you commit to adding value, your mind begins looking for ways to contribute, to help, and to leave people better than you found them. The seventh line is, I embrace challenges. Challenges are not roadblocks. They are opportunities for growth. When you tell yourself you embrace challenges, you prepare your mind to learn, adapt, and become stronger through difficulty. The eighth line is, my potential is limitless. You are capable of far more than you realize. Reminding yourself of your limitless potential gives you permission to dream bigger, aim higher, and pursue ambitious goals without fear. And the ninth line is, today is a gift, and I will make the most of it. This is about presence. It is about honoring each day and each moment. When you commit to making the most of today, you choose to live fully within the time you have been given. Now, let's go deeper into why these lines are so powerful and how they can change not just your morning, but the entire direction of your life. You are the author of your own story. Think about it for a moment. How many people do you know who spend their lives blaming others for their problems? They blame their boss, the economy, their upbringing, or the people around them. There is always someone else to point to. But successful people choose a different path. They look in the mirror and say, I am responsible. When you say, I am responsible, you acknowledge a powerful truth. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. Your actions, your decisions, and your choices matter. They shape your reality. This mindset is empowering because it puts you back in the driver's seat of your life. And responsibility is not just about accepting blame when things go wrong. It is also about taking ownership when things go right. It means recognizing that your progress and your successes are the result of your effort and persistence. When you say, I am responsible, you are also saying, I am capable. You are affirming your ability to build the life you want. Now let's move to the next line. I can learn anything. In today's world, change is constant. Skills that matter today may not matter tomorrow. But if you can learn, you can adapt. If you can learn, you can grow. When you tell yourself, I can learn anything, you are cultivating a growth mindset. You are training your mind to stay curious, open, and willing. Think about the most successful people you admire. Chances are, they are lifelong learners. They read, they ask questions, and they keep expanding their understanding. They do not see their abilities as fixed. They see them as flexible and expandable. Learning is not just about gaining new skills. It is about being willing to challenge your assumptions and step outside your comfort zone. When you say, I can learn anything, you give yourself permission to make mistakes and keep moving forward. Now let's talk about, today, I will make progress. This line is all about momentum. Success does not come from dramatic leaps. It comes from small steps taken consistently. When you focus on progress, you remove pressure and create forward movement. Every step counts, no matter how small. If you improved just a little each day, imagine where you would be over time. That is the power of steady, consistent growth. Progress might mean reading one page, making one call, or writing one paragraph. Whatever it looks like for you, committing to daily progress builds habits, creates momentum, and moves you closer to the future you are working toward. As you move toward your goals, remember that progress is not always linear. Some days you may take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. That is normal. What matters is that, over time, you are still moving forward. As long as you do not quit, you are making progress. Now let's move on to the next line. I choose to be positive. This is about your attitude, your mindset, and the lens through which you see life. And make no mistake, positivity is a choice. You can choose to focus on what is wrong, or you can choose to focus on what is possible. You can see problems, or you can see opportunities. Choosing positivity does not mean pretending problems do not exist. It means facing challenges with optimism and hope. It means believing that solutions are available and that you have the ability to overcome obstacles. Positivity is powerful because it changes how you see the world, and it changes how the world responds to you. Positive people tend to be more resilient. They recover faster from setbacks. They are more creative when solving problems, and they naturally attract others. People are drawn to positive energy, and positivity is not about ignoring reality. It is about reframing it, about finding the lesson or the opportunity hidden within every situation. When you choose positivity, you focus on what you can control instead of what you cannot. Now let's talk about, I am grateful for what I have. Gratitude is a true game changer. It is the antidote to dissatisfaction, envy, and the endless desire for more. When you begin your day with gratitude, you shift your focus from what is missing to what is already present. We live in a world that constantly tells us we need more. More money, more success, more recognition. Gratitude breaks that cycle by reminding you of the abundance already in your life. And gratitude does more than make you feel good. Research shows it can increase happiness, reduce stress, improve sleep, and strengthen overall well-being. Gratitude is not just about big moments. It is also about small ones. The warmth of the sun, a quiet morning, a kind word from someone you care about. When you train yourself to notice these moments, you begin to see the beauty that surrounds you every single day. Now let's move on to the next principle. I will add value to others. Adding value to others is about contribution. It is the understanding that true success is not defined only by what you receive, but by what you give. When you commit to adding value to others, you position yourself for lasting success. Think about the most successful people you know. They are not just taking from the world. They are giving back. They solve problems, share knowledge, mentor others, and make a meaningful difference in their communities. When you focus on adding value, your mindset shifts from asking, what can I get, to asking, what can I give? And here's the paradox. The more value you give, the more you tend to receive. Not always in a direct or immediate way, but over time. You build trust, relationships, and a reputation. You create a network of people who genuinely want to see you succeed. Adding value does not require grand gestures. Sometimes it is as simple as offering encouragement, sharing something helpful, or truly listening. The key is making contribution a daily habit. Next, let's talk about I embrace challenges. This line defines how you respond to difficulty. Challenges are inevitable in life and in any pursuit worth chasing. The question is not whether challenges will appear, but how you choose to see them. When you tell yourself you embrace challenges, you train your mind to see obstacles as opportunities to learn, improve, and grow stronger. You are saying that you are not afraid of what the day brings. You are willing to face discomfort because you know growth lies there. Every skill you have developed and every achievement you value came through overcoming challenges. They are not your enemy. They are your teacher. Embracing challenges does not mean enjoying them in the moment. It means recognizing their value and pushing forward anyway. Now let's move to my potential is limitless. This is about belief. Too often, people place limits on themselves based on past experiences or labels they have accepted. But the truth is, your ability to grow is far greater than you realize. Your brain is designed to adapt, learn, and evolve. When you remind yourself that your potential is limitless, you give yourself permission to dream bigger and aim higher. You are saying that your current abilities are not your final ones. This is not about instant change. It is about trusting your capacity to grow over time through effort, learning, and persistence. Finally, let's talk about today is a gift, and I will make the most of it. This line brings you back to the present moment. Each day is valuable because it is the only place where action can happen. When you treat today as a gift, you become more intentional with your time and energy. Making the most of today does not mean being busy every minute. It means being present. It means choosing actions that move you closer to your goals, strengthen who you are, and allow you to contribute positively to the world around you. Now let's look at how these 9 lines work together to create a powerful mindset for success. When you begin your day by saying, I am responsible, you take ownership of your life and remind yourself that you have the power to shape your day and your future. When you say, I can learn anything, you open yourself to growth and possibility. You prepare your mind to receive new ideas, new skills, and new opportunities. When you commit to making progress, you set yourself up for success. You acknowledge that every step forward matters, no matter how small, and you focus on consistent daily improvement. By choosing to be positive, you set the tone for your entire day. You decide to approach challenges with optimism and hope. You choose to see opportunities where others see obstacles. When you express gratitude for what you have, your focus shifts from lack to abundance. You remind yourself of the good already present in your life, and that mindset naturally attracts more positive outcomes. When you commit to adding value to others, you align yourself with true success. You train your mind to look for ways to contribute, to help, and to leave things better than you found them. When you tell yourself that you embrace challenges, you prepare your mind to see difficulties as chances to learn, improve, and grow stronger. You are telling yourself that you are not afraid of what the day may bring. By reminding yourself that your potential is limitless, you open your mind to greater possibilities. You give yourself permission to dream bigger, to set ambitious goals, and to reach higher than you once believed possible. And when you recognize that today is a gift and commit to making the most of it, you position yourself to live fully, seize opportunities, and make a meaningful impact. These 9 lines work together to create a powerful mindset. They cover responsibility, growth, progress, attitude, gratitude, contribution, resilience, potential, and presence. When you begin your day with these affirmations, you are programming your mind for success. But here is the key. Saying these lines once is not enough. The real power comes from repetition and daily practice. This is how you rewire your brain, create new neural pathways, and establish stronger thought patterns. At first, the words may feel awkward or unfamiliar. You may not fully believe them yet, and that is okay. Keep saying them anyway. Your mind believes what you tell it, especially when you repeat it consistently. Think of your mind like a garden. These 9 lines are seeds. Each time you say them, you plant those seeds. Each time you act in alignment with them, you water them. Over time, with steady practice, those seeds grow into strong habits, beliefs, and ways of thinking that support your success and happiness. And it is not just about speaking the words. It is about living them. When you say, I am responsible, and then take ownership of your actions, you reinforce that belief. When you say, I can learn anything, and step into a new challenge, you prove it to yourself. Another powerful aspect of this practice is how it sets the tone for your entire day. By starting your morning with these empowering thoughts, you step into the day grounded, focused, and ready to move forward with intention. You are creating a foundation of positivity and purpose. You are training your mind to look for opportunities, to embrace challenges, and to add value to others. But let us be honest. Life is not always smooth or predictable. There will be days when things do not go as planned. There will be setbacks, disappointments, and failures. This is where the real power of this practice reveals itself. When you have been consistently speaking these affirmations, you have a solid foundation to return to. You have tools to help you navigate difficult moments with clarity and strength. When you face a setback, you can remind yourself, I am responsible. This is not about blame. It is about empowerment. It is about asking, what can I learn from this, and how can I grow from it? When a challenge feels overwhelming, you can tell yourself, I can learn anything. This reminds you that you have the ability to gain the skills and knowledge needed to move forward. When progress feels slow or invisible, you can affirm, today, I will make progress. This shifts your focus from how far you still need to go to the small step you can take right now. When negativity begins to creep in, you can choose to be positive, not by denying reality, but by approaching it with a constructive and hopeful mindset. When you feel dissatisfied or lacking, gratitude brings you back to the abundance already present in your life. When you feel stuck or overly focused on yourself, committing to add value to others shifts your attention outward and often opens new doors. When a challenge feels intimidating, reminding yourself that you embrace challenges reframes difficulty as an opportunity to grow stronger. When self-doubt appears, you can affirm that your potential is limitless. This expands your thinking and encourages you to aim higher. And when your mind drifts toward regrets about the past or worries about the future, remembering that today is a gift brings you back to the present moment, the only place where change can actually happen. These 9 lines are more than simple affirmations. They are a blueprint for success. They reflect the core mindsets that successful people cultivate over time. Practice daily. They shape how you think, how you act, and ultimately how you live. Success is not about luck or talent. It is about consistency. It is about the small actions you take each day, the thoughts you choose to focus on, and the habits you build over time. By starting your morning with these 9 lines, you are setting yourself up for growth, responsibility, and purpose. Do not just take these ideas at face value. Test them in your own life. For the next 30 days, begin each morning by speaking these 9 lines to yourself. Write them down. Place them where you will see them daily. Make them part of your morning routine, and throughout the day, look for moments to live them out. Turn these affirmations into action. When you face a challenge, remind yourself that you embrace challenges. When you have the opportunity to help someone, remember your commitment to add value to others. When you achieve something, no matter how small, take a moment to acknowledge the progress you have made. At the end of those 30 days, pause and reflect. Notice how your mindset has shifted. Notice how you approach challenges differently. Notice how you feel more in control of your life, more positive and more grateful. Because the truth is, your life is shaped by your thoughts and your actions, and these 9 lines, when practiced consistently, have the power to transform both. So I challenge you to start tomorrow morning. Speak these 9 lines to yourself. Believe them. Act on them. Watch how they begin to shape your day, your week, your month, your year, and ultimately your life. Remember, you are responsible. You can learn anything. You will make progress. You choose to be positive. You are grateful for what you have. You will add value to others. You embrace challenges. Your potential is limitless. And today is a gift that you will make the most of. These are not just words. They are seeds of transformation. Plant them in your mind every morning. Nurture them throughout the day. Watch them grow into a life of purpose, fulfillment, and success. The choice is yours. The power is already within you. It all starts with the words you speak to yourself. When you change your words, you change your mindset. When you change your mindset, you change your actions. And when you change your actions, you change your life. This is your moment. This is your opportunity to take control, one morning at a time, one affirmation at a time, one action at a time. You have everything you need within you right now. Trust it. Use it. Let it grow. Speak these 9 lines. Believe them. Live them. Your future self will thank you. I wish you good health, happiness, and steady progress on your journey. And don't forget to subscribe to Mindset Daily so we can continue growing together every single day.